with Ink and Inspirations, and welcome to our Thursday premiere video here on Ink and Inspirations, where we're going to be making two Halloween projects tonight. One is a little treat bag using the Tricks and Treats dies and the Tricks and Treats bundle from the Stampin' Up! Mini catalog on page 50, along with the Them Bones Designer Series paper that is for Halloween on page 49 of the new mini catalog. So we're going to be making a treat bag first and then a fun fold card. So be sure you stick with us. You're going to want to learn how to make these. Okay, first of all, I'm using the Treats bag die that comes in the Tricks and Treats die set. So what I did is I cut a piece of the Them Bones Designer Series paper, 6 by 12, and I ran it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine once, and then again the same way so that I can put my bag together, okay? All right, so I have that done, and while I'm talking about the bag, there is this little zigzag die in there that if you want to make your bag shorter, you can just run it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and it will cut it with this little zigzag top. Super cute. Okay, so we have this now, and I'm going to go ahead and fold on these score lines. They're pretty faint, but you don't want it to score too deeply so that it doesn't tear the paper. So I'm folding one way and then the other. I like this Starry Sky for the outside of the bag. Let's see, I'm going to fold it this way first, and this way. And then this will be the tabs for the bag bottom. So this is a cute little size bag, and you're going to see it goes together really easily, and it's easy to embellish with our Tricks and Treats bundle. Okay, let me go this way and then back this way. Okay, so now we have the tab here and this larger side here, and the same for this one. So these are going to fit together like this, okay? And then the other side with this tab connecting. So let's do one at a time, shall we? I'm gonna get my silicone mat in here. And you can use tear and tape. I'm going to use Stampin' Seal Plus for the sake of the video, just to save a little time. I'm going to come down here and fold over any excess that extends beyond the edge. Okay? And so that's going to go like this. And then we're going to put it together, matching the top, just like that. Super simple, right? Then we're going to do the same thing to this side. Come on down. Okay. Like this. Pull that back. And then we're going to adhere that to the other side of the bag. So we're going to bring this over. Match those top edges. Whoops. Trying to be careful and not stick it until I'm sure that I have it where I want it. Line that edge up with that score line. And there we have our cute little bag. Isn't that cute? All right, so now we're going to fold in these two sides. And then both this side and this side have a seam, so there really isn't a front and a back. So just decide how you want to assemble it, and the last tab that you close is the one that needs the adhesive. So I'm going to put it like that and just tap down with my bone folder, and there's the cute little bag. Now let's embellish it. So I have a scrap piece of crushed curry, and I am going to punch a 2-inch circle punch, and we're going to make this kind of like a harvest moon. So I'm going to get my Pumpkin Pie Classic ink pad and a sponge dauber here, and I'm going to make sure that's that's my black one. I need my orange one. Let's see. Here's one that's orange. So I always test your sponge daubers before you can use them, like I'll use this for like Calypso Coral and like crushed curry and pumpkin pie, but I like to clean it off a little bit first. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to just rub it over the edge. And you could use a blending brush as well. I just want to get it a little color. In fact, let me show you with a blending brush. See if I can find one that will work. Here we go. And so I want to put some scrap paper here and then just bring in the color. Just like that. You have a little bit more control with a blending brush, but you can use either. You can see I have a dark side there, but that's okay. I like it. Okay, so that's going to be like our harvest moon, our haunted moon. And that's going to go here. But first I want to get a stamped image. And so I have a piece of basic white cardstock. You can see I've already cut one haunted house out. I'm using Story Sky to match the color of the bag. And then I'm going to just ink this up. And I probably need to get a piece of foam underneath here. I've got Post-its and ribbon bits of pieces everywhere. All right, so this video has been pre-recorded because at the time that it goes live, I am visiting my family in Texas. All right, so now we want to die cut this out and bring in my mini cut and emboss machine. So I have a piece of Post-it tape there that I'm just going to use to position over the stamped haunted house. Press down on it a little bit. Then we'll put our top cutting plate in and then just roll it right through. Okay. Let's see what we have. Oh yeah, I like it. Isn't that cute? All right. So now there is another die within the die collection for Tricks and Treats that cuts out the word boo. Now this one is cut from our glow-in-the-dark paper, which I know is not available at this time, or is not expected to be available, but it should be available before Halloween. But you could use basic white here, okay? And so I die cut that, and that's going to be on the front here. And then I'll do some arranging, and then you can use any embellishments here, but I have my glow-in-the-dark bats and ghosts, which these should be available the last week of September, so you should be able to get your hands on these. These are so cute. They glow just super great. I should have a picture on my blog with these, how they glow. So let's go ahead and glue all this together. I'm going to put the moon down first. See if I can get my glue to cooperate. And I'll do it like that. All right, and then I'm going to take the haunted house, and I think I'm going to use dimensionals to pop that up. See if I can find my dimensionals here. Let's do that. Give it a little bit of dimension. So with these little Halloween treats and cards and things, I know not everyone does Halloween crafting, so you can use these same ideas for the bags and the embellishments. Just change it up for different occasions, okay? In fact, my plan is to remake these as we go through the season so you can see how you can use them for different occasions. All right, so there's that, and I am going to, I think I'm just going to use liquid glue on this. Like that. Okay, and then let me get some of these little embellishments here. So these are another little thing that's worth the wait. So let's see. Okay, and then I'm going to put one of the ghosts up here. I got a piece of hair sticking to my hand with the glue. It just won't come off. Okay, there's that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what I'm going to put inside. So our granddaughter Mia has lots of food allergies, especially nuts and eggs. Most all nuts and eggs. And so she can have these Mother's cookies. You know how they usually come in pink and white with confetti? Well, I found these Halloween ones at Cracker Barrel. I thought I have got to get those for Mia. So what I used here is I put a few and packaged them up in one of our clear envelopes. And I just thought it would be cute to put in there. And then I'm going to take some of our Starry Sky ribbon, and I'm going to cut a pretty generous piece off so I can tie a bow. And match the bag, and then she'll love that she can eat it. She always says, honey, can I eat it? Anytime we're at a party, God love her. Honey, can I eat it? And she gets thrilled. Like I have learned, found recipes, eggless recipes and nutless for her, like for cupcakes and cakes. Honey, can I have it? Yes, Mia, you can have it. And her face just lights up. God bless her. Oh, okay. So anyway, these are Mia's special little cookies. And always on the lookout for things she can eat. And then I'll put it right here in this little bag. And she is going to love it. Isn't that super cute? Okay, I hope you give that a try. That die, this little bag die, is really cute and it's easy to put together. Great for designer paper. You know, you have a stack of designer paper you can do some things with. So think table favors at Thanksgiving. Think stocking stuffers. You could even close up the top if you needed to put a gift inside. Okay, we'll be back and I'm going to start the next project. Okay, for our second project, we're going to be making a really cute fun fold. Again, I'm using Tricks and Treats from the mini catalog, and it's been a while, but one of my team members sent me this, Diana, and I love this fun fold. I said that would make a super cute Halloween card, so let's make it. All right, so we'll start with, let me show you the pieces here. I have a piece of Cajun craze, cut 4 by 7.5, and then we're going to score it and then diagonally score it as well. Okay, so we'll do that in a minute. I have a piece of the Them Bones Designer Series paper, 2 1/4 by 3 3/4, and we're going to be cutting that diagonally. Okay. Then I cut one of these ghosts in white or in the glow in the dark if you have that. Then for the inside of the card, I have a 2 1/4 by 3 3/4 piece of basic white, and then a scrap piece that we're going to stamp and die cut the label that says Trick or Treat. Okay? All right, so let's get started with this first. I'm going to get my trimmer in here because this is easiest to do like this to me on your trimmer. All right? And so I need 4 by 7.5, which is what I have, and I'm going to score it at 2.5 and 5. So use the light blade to score. The dark blade cuts. Be sure you move it out of the way. and then 5. And I like to go over and down across, you know, several times. Okay, so we have that. Now we're going to score. This is the 2.5 inch score. We're going to score from this score line down to this point, and then over here, the edge, down to this 5 inch score line. So you just open up your track and you put the top of that score line in the little track there, and then the point down here at the bottom. So I am going to line it up again, and I kind of do some wiggling around until I get both of them where I want. Pull your guard down, and I find it easier to start in the middle and go up and then come down. Sometimes when you want to cut or score and you start at the point, it wrinkles it up. Okay, so start in the middle, lift your blade up, start in the middle and score. Now we're going to go from the 7 inch score down to the 5.5. It's the 5 inch score, I'm sorry, 7 to 5. So it's the end piece here. So the score is in the track down here. I've got the point in the track up at the top. Wiggle it around until it's just right. Close it. Oh, I think I wiggled it. No, it's good. Close that down, lift your blade up, put it in the center, and then go up and then come back down. Okay? So I think we've got it there. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it so you can see. Isn't that cute? All right. So let me go ahead and give these scores a good crease with a bone folder. This is one that really wants to pop open, but it is so fun. And if you burnish it really well, it does a good job of staying closed, and it'll fit in a regular size envelope. So this is your card here. Okay, so here's the inside, and we're going to go ahead and work on that piece there to get it in. So I'm going to take this 2 1/4 by 3 3/4 piece of basic white. I'm going to bring in my foam mat, and I have Trick or Treat. No, that's not Trick or Treat. It's going to be Eek on the inside. So this is going to have room like to write a little sweet message to your kids or grandkids. And so here's Eek, and I'm just going to put it up here at the top, and then here at the bottom. Just kind of angle it for fun, okay? Let me get that Memento Black out of the way, and I'm going to go ahead and glue this in. Okay, using liquid glue, and just going to center it top to bottom, side to side between those two score lines there in the middle. Okay, all right, let's let that dry. And while that's doing that, I wanted a little bit of stamping here on this part where when the card was closed, you could see it. So I decided to use the stars. So I'm going to open this up, and I know I want them on this side here. So these stars are in that Tricks and Treats stamp set. And I'm just going to randomly stamp some stars here. And I'm just staying on that side, which is when it's closed, that's what's showing, okay? So now I want some here. I always close it back up so I make sure I'm stamping on the right part. Go here, and we want it on this triangle. So let's go again with some stars. Again, it's just the Memento Black ink. And these stars are in the stamp set. Okay, so now we have that done. Okay, now let's work on our designer paper that's going to go here. So let me move that out of the way for a bit and get this 2 1/4 by 3 3/4 piece of the designer paper. I love this plaid. All right, let's get our trimmer in here again, and let me show you here. Okay, this is going to go here like that. Okay, so I'm going to cut it diagonally just like that. Again, you're going to put the points at the top and the bottom in the track. And especially this time, since we're cutting, we don't want to start cutting on the point. Start in the middle of your paper. We can move the scoring blade out of the way. Bring down the guide. I'm double checking again. I'm getting the little points in the track there. It's a very narrow track, but you can see it. Let's see if I can get that close enough. See there? It's right there in the track. Bam. Okay, so there you have your two diagonal pieces. Okay, let's come back out. All right, so now we're going to glue these on. Oh, I love it. Isn't that so cool? You know, I know there's so many different fun folds, and so many of them are new to me. I mean, when we went to backstage, it's like I saw things that it's like, what? I've never seen that before. That is awesome. So hopefully I'll be showing you some new to me fun folds. One of them was last week on our kickoff, that Noel card. If you haven't seen that, whoo, it's shiny, it's fancy. I love it, and it's so easy. Okay, so here I've got my two pieces right there. Isn't that so cute? Okay, so now we've got to get our to jazz it up a bit. So I've got a scrap of pumpkin pie, and I have the Trick or Treat stamp that I love. Been using it on almost everything. And I'm gonna stamp it. Okay, I love the font. I think that is super cool. All right, so now let me get my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine in here with the little label that comes with this die set. And I'm going to center it there and then press down on that Post-it tape. Put it right there, and we're going to run it through. I love using the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. I use it every chance I get. If I can get away, like in my videos, I use this. Usually if I have to use the big one, I cut it before the video because it takes up so much room in my recording space, and it's like bull in a china closet, you know, me. I really wouldn't be able to find anything. Okay, so I'm going to take that tape off. We can throw that away. And I have a sponge dauber, and I'm going to get the Memento Black ink, and I'm going to Erie it up a little bit. Just gently brush some of this black around the edges. Give it a little depth. Okay, so there's that. Now, before I forget, I'm going to add my matte black, classic matte dots in black. And so I think I'm going to use these little ones here. Put one at the top and one at the bottom. Okay, let's put that lid on. And then, what else do I have here? The ghost. All right, so now, what you have to remember is you don't want to glue this shut, right? Okay, so you can overlap it, but you don't want to glue it closed. So you want just adhesive on this side. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue over here on this left side behind the Trick or Treat. I'm going to close it up, and I'm going to overlap it a tad. Like that. And make sure it opens, and make sure there's no glue showing, because you can always fix that before it glues shut. You know what I mean? Okay, there's that. Then I want this little ghost guy over here on this side. Again, you don't want him overlapping or glued down. So I'm just going to glue him on this side right here. Kind of angle him a little bit for fun. Okay. And then I have a bow I'm going to use down there at the bottom. Let's see. There we go. Like him. And then this is going to fit just nicely in an envelope, okay? And look how cute that is. All right. The little piece de resistance. The little gingham bow. Whoops. Put that down there. And super cute, right? Okay. I hope you will try this fold. If you do, be sure you go to the Ink and Inspiration Stampers group on Facebook. I'm going to try to remember to post this card there and say, show me your cards with this fun fold. I want to see what you do with it. Right? Okay, so let me get our other little project. Right here. Okay. All right, have fun with it. Let me know if you have any questions, and be sure you share the video if you enjoyed it, if you have friends that would like it, and if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would really appreciate it. And take care and have a fun evening. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.